Cooking Nikujaga the usual way takes about 30 minutes. In this video, I'll introduce a method for making Nikujaga while cooking rice at the same time. It's super easy, so definitely give it a try. Fill water in the rice cooker up to the 2 mark as indicated. Add an additional 2 tablespoons of water. I'll explain the reason for adding extra water later. Crumpling the baking paper makes it easier to place inside. When made a trial batch, using just 1 sheet of baking paper, the potatoes pierce through it. To avoid the same mistake I made, let's double up on the baking paper. Combine the seasonings to be used. Doing that prevents uneven flavors. Today's sake that I'm using is called Katsudon Ren from Miyagi Prefecture. Kanpai. With its rich and fragrant aroma, and its easy drinkability, one might find themselves drinking it down in no time. Now, let's continue with the next step. Looks like the alcohol kicked in, so now I'm feeling like I've got a turbo boost. Peel the carrots and cut them into bite-sized pieces. Cut them into smaller pieces so that the heat can penetrate evenly. Peel the potatoes just like the carrots, and cut them into bite-sized pieces. When making Nikujaga traditionally, a process called mentori is performed to prevent the ingredients from breaking apart during cooking. Mentori is the process of rounding off the edges. However, when making it in a rice cooker, there's no need for this step as the ingredients are less likely to fall apart. The video uses slices of beef belly, but slices of pork belly can also be used. Using cuts with a higher fat content will result in a more delicious outcome. Separate the onion layers to ensure they cook evenly. Performing this step helps prevent uneven heating. It should look like this. Shirataki might seem like a strange food to people from overseas, don't you think? The most crucial aspect of this recipe is the order in which the ingredients are added. First, add the ingredient that takes the longest to cook, which is the potatoes. Then, add carrots, onions, shirataki, and beef in that order. Spread the ingredients evenly to ensure they cook thoroughly. Once the beef is arranged, add the premixed seasonings. And then cover it with a sheet of baking paper. This recipe is cooked using the brown rice setting, not the plain rice setting. The reason for adding an extra 2 tablespoons of water is that the cooking time is longer compared to the plain rice setting. Be careful, as cooking with the plain rice setting may leave the potatoes still hard. Cut the green onions, that'll be used as a finishing touch while the cooking is being completed. When removing the Nikujaga from the rice cooker, be cautious not to spill them. If you do, you might end up short one dish for your meal. Serve the rice and Nikujaga in a bowl. Finish by sprinkling green onions over the top, and it's ready to serve. Itadakimasu. The meat and potatoes are cooked tenderly. Oh, I forgot to prepare the sake. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.